Now, with the final installment of the epic Hunger Games trilogy about to create global fan hysteria once again, Jennifer Lawrence is using the white-hot spotlight to tackle big issues in Hollywood, like the gender wage gap. She opened up to her fellow Kentuckian and our ABC News anchor, Diane Sawyer. It's so good to have you.
Kentucky, it's so good to see you. And you're right, she made a lot of big news recently. But the two Louisville girls went all over town talking about pretty much everything.
Two hometown girls spending the day in New York City.
Oh my God.
This is my kitchen, but the barbecue is pure Kentucky. As we travel around.
Today, I looked into the mirror and was like, your eyes are puffy, so you better be charming.
We stop by to test a bow and arrow.
Your form is just horrible.
And we'll head to some of the places where her whole life changed.
Do you remember the fire escapes?
When she was just a 14-year-old girl from Louisville.
Oh yeah, right there.
Our city on the Ohio River, where we grew up 45 years apart, but both steeped in the soft hills of home.
Oh my God, I've never seen this picture.
Oh
my God, band class.
Did they assign you the oboe, or did you?
No, I just.
People don't wander into oboe.
I did.
You. Is there any music that you think of as home?
I'm gonna be honest. I've just bit into a bone, and I'm not sure how to spit it out on camera.
I would offer, and yet.
Back in Louisville, she was a cheerleader for a while.
Ain't no sweat. This game ain't over yet.
I was a kind of bookworm. She was named most talkative in class.
Chattiest?
Oh yeah, most talkative girl in school 2 years in a row.
Yeah, very good. Congratulations.
Pretty hard to get.
At age 25, she is some kind of dazzling hybrid. 1 minute an irreverent kid.
Of course.
And also an actor with a transfixing power on the screen.
Are you coming to the tree?
The final episode of The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 is heading into theaters like an earthquake. On screen, she created Katniss with her message of strength in the face of fear. And off screen, Lawrence herself has been making news, a kind of warrior challenge all her own. It became public that in her movie American Hustle, she was paid less than her male co-stars. She wrote about it, saying it's a kind of trap for women everywhere. Backing off negotiations out of fear you won't be liked.
I felt like I had to say something because we need to talk about it. We can ask for the same exact thing as that men do. And we do face the reality that we do get judged more. It's just something that is intrinsic, and I would love to see change.
And some of her co-stars have spoken out in a kind of alliance with her.
I would just hope that there's no longer a separation or a difference of, oh, it's a female-driven movie, or, oh my God, it was a blockbuster, but it was led by a woman, or, wow, that was a really tough call for a woman.
On our day together, she is endlessly surprising. Remembering the turmoil of her own childhood, she says she was dramatic, filled with so much volatile feeling. Her brothers called her Nitro.
I didn't know that I was an actor. I just knew that I was weird and different, and I knew that I was smart, but the evidence just didn't agree.
Did people think you were ADHD, or?
Oh yeah, I was everything. I would think something and then feel it. And now I know what that is, and now I can channel that at work. You know, you don't know why somebody's telling a story and then you're sobbing. It just makes you look like you're trying to get all the attention.
In desperation, her parents agreed to let their 14-year-old daughter come to New York and try her luck. She and her mother had only been here a few days when a photographer walked up to the girl standing in a crowd in Union Square.
My mom gave him her number because she, we didn't know that was potentially dangerous and creepy.
Yeah.
And then he called and said modeling agencies wanted to meet with me, and I had made up my mind in the cab ride that I was like, well, I'm only going to sign with the modeling agency if they'll let me act, which came out of nowhere.
You were already making demands?
I was already negotiating.
It started with modeling and commercials.
I'm just saying that with me, you always have it your way. Because, girl, I am made to order.
She was fearless, except on the days when the phone didn't ring, and she reverted to a teenager filled with self-doubt.
And I remember crying and saying, everybody keeps saying I have it.
Everybody's acting it, but maybe I don't. Maybe they're lying. Why am I not getting anything?
But flash forward, not just to the Hunger Games, but to an Oscar winner who can fall cheerfully, a Louisville girl who won't let the paparazzi disrespect her family.
When the paparazzi started yelling at them to get out of the picture, and they're like, get out of the picture, and I was like, those are my brothers!
Even in the constant spotlight, she doesn't let the business trim her spirited sails. On stage with her friend Amy Schumer dancing to Billy Joel's Uptown Girl.
You are writing with Amy Schumer now?
I am, yeah, and her sister Kim. We both have kind of a protection over each other. Her, because she's older, much older, okay? Because she's older than me, so she has the natural kind of protectiveness that comes with just being older than somebody. I've been famous longer than she has, so I feel a certain protectiveness, you know, in that sense. And, you know, and we both are incredibly blunt and incredibly opinionated.
Are you laughing out loud the whole time?
I laugh out loud every single day. She told me she'd give me $100 if I called you Die throughout the whole interview.
We are now heading downtown in New York City to a unique store, a kind of gallery that has archery in the back. The Hunger Games girl knows what she's doing.
Whoa!
All the way back.
I try it. My arrow hits the wall.
Told you to point down. Your form is just horrible.
I thought it was so.
Put it back in your shoulder blade a little bit more.
Oh.
And a minute later, she disappears.
I showed Diane how to shoot archery today. And let's just say she nailed it.
By late afternoon, we're winding down. She's reflective about her life after Hunger Games, now at a crossroads.
So what's the biggest difference in you in the last year?
You know, when I wrapped the Hunger Games, I wrapped these movies that had been my life for so long, and they had to come first and everything. I was also in a relationship with somebody for 5 years, and we broke up around the same time that I wrapped those movies. And it was kind of, being 24 was this whole year of who am I without these movies? Who am I without this man?
Still so young, the future ahead. She says maybe she'll marry, maybe she won't.
I don't know if I ever will get married, and I'm okay with that. I don't feel like I need anything to complete me. I love meeting people coming into your life and bringing something. You know, I didn't know Amy 6 months ago, and she brings something to my life that's so special. I don't really plan on getting married. I might. I definitely want to be a mother.
When you don't need it is when you get to choose it.
Yeah.
It's great. More about me now. I would like.
Please.
By Christmas, you'll see her in another movie called Joy, about a struggling housewife who invents a miracle mop and transforms everything.
She has this ability, this magic that she finally can't deny any longer.
In America, all races and all classes can meet and make whatever opportunities they can.
And she's already created a kind of legacy to be bold in your life. There was a girl she met on the first Hunger Games, a burn survivor who had scars all over her body.
She said, I love my body because I'm the girl on fire. And it made her feel strong and brave. And I just started crying because it was, she gave me such a gift, and I'm just acting, but it made me feel like if a character or a story can make somebody change their perception on how they feel about themselves, then that is beautiful.
For a generation of tiny fans, one message: believe in yourself.
Our thanks to Diane Sawyer.